What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So apparently, Fox has the situation on Sunny from The View. And what's going on here now is Sunny's kind of reneging on some things. So let's start off here right now first.
So let me just say this. I think that she certainly does have a problem with men because misogyny is a real thing in this
And
country.
not just black
I
men.
don't think
White
black men are
and
the
black
problem.
men. Yeah.
Black men are not the problem. Black men are used to matriarchy. Okay, black men are used to black women being the heads of the family, black grandmothers raising them. They are used to that.
Okay, so let's that's what she said. And to some degree, that's what has been going on in the black community. But in deep off in the 21st century, I don't think the things like that are just going to keep going anymore. I don't think black women have that super control over the black men like they used to, and guess why? It's because the family dynamic is not in play anymore. And that's what kind of helped the black man to a certain degree. But listen, look, let's go dive off into what Fox has to say. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
But one show we've been talking about for years is The View.
Yes. So Sunny Hostin, remember, she said, "What would you do differently, Kamala Harris?" And Kamala said, I don't think I'd do anything differently. Well, Sunny was asked about that. And I think the first soundbite that we're going to play is Sunny. Okay, just one soundbite. This is Sunny being asked about it on a podcast. Listen to this.
I followed up because I was surprised at the answer. Look, I think it wasn't so much about the question, but it was really more about the answer.
Not a thing comes to mind.
Not a thing comes to mind. And that's why I followed up with, is there anything that you would do differently? And the reason I followed up is because, that wasn't a gotcha question. That was a layup, really.
It was an important question, and I think one she should have expected.
So you're out here trying to give your boule friends favors and shit, but the broad is too fucking stupid in order to pick the shit up. Now, see, that steadily proves that this individual was not capable of actually running the fucking show. Let's just be honest here.
That's what I thought. I actually thought it was a chance for her to explain to all the people who are saying, I want a change agent.
You know what? Everyone is talking about this post-mortem and what the Democratic Party should be doing differently. And obviously, they didn't talk to the working class and didn't talk to minorities, communities the white way. But she was a terrible candidate. The Democratic Party has to come out there and be able to say it. I know you guys just parachuted her in, but there's a reason why she was the first candidate out of the primary back in 2020. It's because she was she should have totally been ready for that question. And this was a protective question. This is her sorority sister that was trying to help her out, giving her a layup. And
hold on here. I want to check something out real quick. I don't know. I want to see something. Hold on here. Let's go here now.
Totally been ready for that question.
Why the fuck was she looking like that? Hey, listen, look, man, it's crazy out here now. Did y'all see the look that she just had? Hold on. Oh, my bad. Hold on. When she turned around.
Been ready for that question.
Look at the eyes. Hey.
Question. And this was a protective question. This is her sorority sister that was trying to help her out, giving her a layup. And she just did not have an answer.
Remember, Lawrence, she was asked that question twice that day.
Yeah.
In two different interviews. And she never, even the second time she was asked.
Wasn't it the late night, show?
So she had a chance for her staff to say, wait, maybe we shouldn't have answered it that way. Let's change that for tonight.
Right, because the number one thing that a lot of people said in the polling was, we would like to know more about you and your plans. And so Sunny goes, I'm going to ask, and this is her chance. And Kamala Harris blew it.
The unfolding scandal I think that's going to come out is that whole campaign was fake. It's a fraud.
Oh, yeah.
And now you find out that all these celebrities that came forward, how much were they compensated? And whether it's to a foundation or whether it's
production company, whoever it was,
to Harpo, to the money, Al Sharpton, $500,000 to his coalition in order for it. Then next you know he's doing an interview. Now they say when the FEC sheets come out, we're going to find out if Eminem was paid anything. We're going to find out if Megan Thee Stallion was paid anything. So at least
yeah, they was all paid. Period. Ain't nowhere around it. You know what I'm saying? Them people had no allegiance to her or the party or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They were just there to get black people amped up and things like that. Oh, it's celebrities out there, and oh my goodness, yes, you know, we need to vote for her because she's got all the hype and popular people having her back. Man, cut the crap out here. This shit is sick.
You used to think, okay, he or she's a celebrity. They're going for this. They're going for this candidate. Now we're going to say to yourself, how much is that candidate getting paid? Yeah. And I just love the fact that Danica Patrick goes, I wasn't paid anything. Right. It wasn't even offered to me. Why would you? Do you think Brett Favre got money to go out there in Green Bay?
You're absolutely right. She can't blame anybody but herself. She was a really bad candidate, or the people who put her in that position. She never even had to win a primary.
And they wasted so much money.
The story,
and Donald Trump did it for a portion of it, and they're rebuilding sets and all this. By the way, have we got a comment from MSNBC or NBC about them paying Al Sharpton and then her doing an interview after that? That has to be some type of media malpractice doing that.
Right, I know. And I always look at Al Sharpton as a great journalist. Right.
I don't know what the hell you doing that shit for. The way he turned his back on the black community, man, please. Al Sharpton is just, you know what I'm saying? Right. He's a sharp, AKA a shark. That's it. I mean, it just is what it is.
Absolutely right. That he proposed himself as a commentator. I would add one thing, is that she came out, and this is the whole thing. Nancy Pelosi had a script. You know what her script was? Jungle primary at the DNC. That was what's going to save the day. She outmaneuvered Nancy Pelosi, and as soon as he was done, and Joe Biden out and Kamala Harris, in cahoots or not, the story will be written. When she said, no, it's going to be me, it's going to be her. You want me out? Well, I'm picking her. Deal with it. And she consolidated the delegates. That's what, and Nancy Pelosi said it on the podcast on the New York Times. She wasn't really my pick. I wanted her to be one of the
I think a lot of these celebrities just got behind her because they hated Trump so much, and they were trying to convince themselves how great she was. There were only a few Democrats that were saying she's not a great candidate. Like David Axelrod would push back. Sometimes James Carville would push back a little bit.
Guaranteed to win.
Yeah, I know. The point is, like, we all knew she wasn't a good candidate. We didn't know where she stood on issues. She flip-flopped and flip-flopped. She wasn't good in any of the interviews. She wouldn't do the interviews. She wasn't forthright about how she voted in California. She made a lot of gaffes. It was word salad after word salad. How could they think she was a great candidate? But they said she was, and they loved her, and they loved her. It's all because they hated Trump.
It's all coming out.
She wasn't a great candidate, but she also, and we've heard some experts on the Democratic side say that particular question that Sunny asked derailed her presidency.
It wasn't Sunny's fault. Sunny just asked him.
No, I know, but I think Sunny is feeling the heat.
Right.
Because people are blaming her. I'm Steve Deuce.
Listen, look, they're all feeling the heat. Sunny, DL, all types of stuff. Listen, look, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Sunny did a lot of talking out the side of her neck about people who voted for Donald Trump. So, listen, look, if this is supposed to be an equal situation and everybody's supposed to be able to vote for who they want to vote for and things like that, it shouldn't be no problem. But with this particular election, it showed a lot of people had a lot of fucking horrible feelings. They was holding a lot of internal stress and strife and issues that were personal, but taking it out on everybody else because didn't nobody want to follow them. And that's crazy. That's ridiculous. We got the right to vote for whoever we want to vote for, regardless of what. And it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say, that, my friends, is the bottom line.